Thank
you, Mr. Speaker. So this House does know the seriousness of the problem with housing quality and affordability in this country. This House also knows that 1,600 people die every winter in this country because of poor quality housing. People in this House, MPs in this House, have heard me ask questions of Bill English about one of those 1,600, Emma Bourne, who died, a baby who died last year from housing-related illnesses. So it's impossible to say that it's not like we don't know and don't know what to do. We do know and we do know what to do. But while the politicians, particularly, I must say, the government politicians, ministers, are ignoring the evidence and even the faces of the people who are affected by that, by poor quality housing, the ministerial officials do seem to be taking it into account. And I just want to identify two areas where the officials have been listening to the evidence and putting to the ministers solutions to help these kids and help these families. Here is one that they proposed before the budget: an integrated healthy home service for families of children with housing-related health risks. This is from their own ministerial papers. This is from Treasury to Prime Minister. Housing-related health risks, like Emilita had, a $2 million a year fund, not very much money, for 3,000 children who have been already admitted to hospital for respiratory and infectious diseases. These children, the officials say, can be identified as being at risk of serious health problems like rheumatic fever. A $2 million fund for 3,000 identifiable sick kids. What does government do? No, it's not in the budget. No, it is not a solution that they're prepared to consider. And then we have people like Anne Tolley saying children's health and well-being is their priority. Well, where is the children's plan to deal with the threat to their health from poor housing? Where are the children's teams that are heading out to these families' homes to insulate, ventilate and put in place good heating? Why are these 3,000 identifiable babies not worth this government's attention and a measly $2 million a year? When did these kids' lives suddenly become optional? Here's another example: assistance with winter energy costs. It's in the Treasury paper to Prime Minister Bill English and other ministers. Winter energy costs called the winter warm-up payment of $300 a year to the parents of children with a child aged under 1. It is a great start for a low-income family with a little baby to get a winter warm-up payment to help them pay for their winter power bill. It's about $4 million a year, a bit bigger than the other one. What did the government say to that option? No, big cross, no, we're not going to provide families, low-income families with little babies, just a little bit extra money to help them get through this winter. They could have done it. The officials said that it was possible to do it this year. They decided not to do it. There is no justification for the government saying they can't do anything about these 1,600 deaths, or the babies who are getting sick and hospitalised, the babies who never come home. No excuse at all. They have the money, they have the policy, they have the officials who support it, they can roll it out under existing services, and they choose not to. We can never accept a government who is prepared to put the lives of babies at risk like this for nothing. Whereas there's not even any logical reason for them to say no to this. It is what? What is wrong with the ministers that we have in place? That they can't look at genuine proposals for ways to help the most vulnerable families and the sickest babies, to make sure that we have fewer babies getting sick, fewer babies going to hospital, and maybe more babies at least coming home. Because for the families that these payments, these options were directed to, they're seeing their babies go into hospital and they aren't coming out. Where is government in making sure that these families have what they need? Now they'll claim the $25 and increased benefits. Everyone knows that the families will be lucky if they get to see $20 of that. It doesn't come in until next year. It's